All right, we did bad album art, we did bad lyrics, so obviously the next logical step is bad band names. Now, I'll be honest, while a lot of the other factors can pretty heavily alter how I enjoy music, band names haven't really been one of them. In my experience, a band name can't really alter how I enjoy the music. Just makes it kind of awkward if I'm recommending it to someone. Dude, I just found this really sick band. They honestly have a sound I haven't really heard before. What's the band name? I'll look it up. Oh, it's, what is it? It's wet. What? It's wet fart. It's wet fart. You're sick. You're sick in the head, and I don't really like you anymore. I hate you. So once again, I asked you guys on Instagram, what are the worst band names? And you guys answered. Let's begin. Imagine Dragons. Sounds straight out of Disney. You know, I never really thought about their name. This is spot on. It sounds like a band that would exist in that one mythical movie with Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. And also, like, what are they saying? Is it supposed to be like, bro, imagine dragon? Or are they trying to say imaginary dragons and they just didn't get the grammar quite right? Kind of feels like they used the same name generator that Childish Gambino used, but they didn't bother refreshing it more than once. They just pressed the button once and were like, imagine Dragons. Sick. Yeah, just like the band, not very good. The Butthole Surfers. Yeah, this one's crazy. I'm having a hard time visualizing it in my head. Like, are they buttholes that are surfing, or are they surfing on butthole? It's like the chicken or the egg. Which came first, buttholes or surfing? I don't know. This one's bad, but like it's pretty funny. Like if I was recommending this to someone and said, hey, have you listened to the Butthole Surfers? I don't think I'd be embarrassed. It would just be kind of funny. This one might be controversial, but I think this one's funny enough that it's not bad. The Smiths. Like, I'm a big fan of them and I get why they're called that, but I don't like it. Why are they called that? Is there a reason? I don't know. I've never looked into why they're called the Smiths. It's such a weird band name to dislike. The Smiths just sounds like your very white neighbors that in this case are British. I don't know, this goes for a lot of band names that are just the and then another word, but it's just, there's nothing great about it. I think putting the in a band name is pretty outdated at this point, and I'm pretty anti the, but I mean, in this case, it's just a name, man. Minors. I can't talk about them without saying I like minors, and it's terrible. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Oh my God. It reminds me of that one New Order song, Age of Consent, that you legally can't say you dislike the Age of Consent. Minors is pretty good though. I'd like to hear a heated discussion on the band between some different viewpoints, just like,
guys, I love Minors.
I don't know, man. Minors are kind of overrated. A little mid.
Yeah, this one's crazy. And they probably didn't even think about it, because seeing it written out, you don't really think about it until you say it. So yeah, this one's just unfortunate. Hubba Stank. I think I saw like 10 submissions of this, and look, we were all expecting it. I think this is the first one I think of when I think of a horrible band name. And look, I don't know what a Hubba Stank is. I don't know if that's a thing, if it's a person, if it's a place, an object. But it's so bad. It kind of sounds like it'd be the name of like a little gremlin in a Dr. Seuss book. And look, I know I said band names don't alter how much I enjoy music, but there's part of me that just refuses to listen to Hubba Stank because of the name. It's like exceptionally horrible. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I think you got this one mixed up. This is a great name. I get it, it's a little long. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, but you can abbreviate it, just King Gizzard. That goes so hard, man. I'm a little offended with this one. I don't even love the band that much. Like they have some albums that I really like, but they honestly gotta have one of my favorite band names. And they sound like they would have a name like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. So, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're crazy. Car Seat Headrest. Oh, we're getting into some hot takes. Definitely not a good name. It definitely feels like something my parents would make fun of. It honestly sounds like a parody name. Like if I told my parents I listened to Car Seat Headrest, I would expect them to laugh. They'd be like, ah, what, you can just name a band anything these days? What if I name my band Lightbulb or Broom Closet? Interesting name. I'm curious what inspired it. I mean, the name does sound like a band that would make the stuff that they make, and I will leave that at that. Even bigger hot take, The Strokes. Look, I'm gonna be honest, I agree. Besides the name, I think the band's a little overrated, but I won't get into that. And yeah, I mean, same thing I said with the Smiths. The blank names are just boring. And I mean, this one can be taken a little weird depending on the intention. Like, is it the Strokes or the Strokes, you know? I was gonna move on to the next one, but honestly, the more I think about it, this isn't a good name. I mean, hey, I'm sure they deserve how popular they are. They've made some pretty objectively great stuff, but this is one of those names that if you just heard and you never heard of them before, you never heard their music, and you just heard someone mention the Strokes, you would never remember that name. It's mid. Blustre. Really? I don't know, guys. I actually think this one's kind of cool. I think it's pretty sick, pretty cool name. It's like blustre, kind of like the character from Donkey Kong, but with the R and E switched around, makes it look like British or something. I personally think it looks very cool and is like one of the best ones I've seen, personally. Everything. You're just gonna come at one of my favorite bands? I don't know. I mean, I've never thought this name was good, but I don't know if you know like where they got the name, but when I was listening to them a lot, I also listened to a lot of Radiohead, but they got their name from that one Radiohead song that goes like, everything, boom, everything, boom, in its right place. Oh, it's everything in its right place. They got it from that song. And I think that's a pretty cool way to show your like fandom and respect for a pretty big artist that inspires you. And while it's a long band name, it's pretty easily abbreviated to EE. I think it's pretty cool. Limp Biscuit. I think this might be my least favorite band name to exist. And I may have a little bias after the album cover video where I saw their cover of the Chocolate Starfish. Just everything about this band just kind of grosses me out to my core. Already, I hate how they spell biscuit. Reminds me of like elementary school, trying to make up sick little rapper names. And then the imagery of a limp biscuit, like I'm imagining an uncooked biscuit just in your hand, all moist and limp. I hate it. I hate it, man. I hate it so much. Jockstrap. Okay, I like Jockstrap. I've seen them live, really good. And you know, I've never had a problem with their name, but also for a while when I was listening to them, I honestly didn't know what a jockstrap is. But you know, after looking it up, I did have some questions. I don't know how it pertains to their sound at all, but I mean, their sound is pretty weird and the name is pretty weird. So I mean, to me, it aligns pretty well. Is it the best band name in the world? No. But is it bad? No, I think it's fine. Okay, last one. Blackeyed Peas. Okay, I guess this is where I reveal how stupid I am, because I also didn't know Blackeyed Peas were an actual thing for so long. Granted, I feel like I have more of an excuse with this band because, I mean, I was a child listening to them mostly. I don't remember what album it was, but one of their albums was like the first album I ever owned, and it was just on in the car constantly. Goated band. I mean, they used to be. Now they make some really strange stuff.
Holy fucking fuck, the body of yours is absurd.
But the name, I mean, for the longest time, I was literally envisioning like peas with little faces and black eyes. So finding out that it's an actual food item was a little earth-shattering for me. But overall, I think it's a really good name. It's really unique. It really gives that like group feel, that like this is a group effort. And yeah, I mean, it's just a good, classic, memorable name. It's good. That's it, guys. If there's any other bad band names that I missed, leave it in the comments. And if you guys like it, I'll definitely make a part 2. And really quick, I want to thank you guys about how great the channel has been doing recently. I've been trying really hard to transfer from making TikTok and Instagram content to moving to YouTube. And it's really nice to see that you guys are digging the longer form stuff. So thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, feel free to leave a like. And if you really like the video, hit the subscribe button. It's practically begging you. Bye.
Holy fucking fuck, the body of yours is absurd.